we can overcome them. We want to welcome you back. We're talking about becoming. This time we're gonna hit on the obstacles to become. Uh, you know, when we say that, it's like obstacles are constraints. It's not just one um obstacle by itself. However, we are going to talk about the challenges
that
that you
you might
must
encounter.
that you might, yeah, you might encounter, or you may need to overcome in order to become that person that
Hmm.
you're looking to be in the future, like we talked about before. So
Mm. Hey,
I'm gonna let my man Matt take it away.
all right. So, hey, you said something to me today that hit, and it was just like, just endure. And I was like, it be the most simplest thing sometimes, but really that's it. You just
Hmm.
can't quit. You got to be able to take the punches and roll with it. Stay in the fight type of thing. Keep it going because there's so many things in this life that's gonna knock you off your path or knock you off of balance or any type of harmony you achieved in life. It's gonna be things that are there to just knock you out of that.
Hmm.
And a lot of people actually get knocked out of that and they quit or they get comfortable in life and like, you know what, I don't want to fight that. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to do that. But how many of you really feel like there's something on the other side of that that you got to get to and you ain't got there yet? So you got to keep going. You got to keep fighting. Every obstacle that come up, you got to climb over it. Like it's always something, but you got to endure all of the hard stuff that come with it. And I feel like today is we got to get a little deeper into talking about these obstacles because these are the things that make life hard.
Yeah.
But you know,
So
I mean,
my first question is this though.
all right.
You know, thinking about the common man or gentleman or woman, even women listen to
Mm-hmm,
Black Gentlemen's Club podcast. It's not just men, but we do
mm-hmm,
talk about things that we as men face and challenges and how we can overcome
absolutely.
them. So my question is, what are the top? I think what would you say the top five challenges that
Mm,
people would face? Whether like now, and I'm going to preface it. I'm not going to say it's for. Mm, yeah,
you say business, life. Like we're trying to
um,
categorize it as.
well, I'll let you get just I'll let you give it. Just give me your top five that you think,
Mm.
and then
Uh,
you can frame it how you want to frame it as far as like what does those top five, what do those top five affect as far as like
okay.
are they trying to become an entrepreneur? Are they trying to be a good father? Like what it could be.
Okay. So I feel like you kind of got to be all of these things. It may not be at once, but if you had to be all of these things at once, I would just generalize my top five as this.
Hmm.
First is being comfortable with who you are because we chase so many other things in life that are not us. Finding out who we are is one of the first obstacles that we have to get around, and then being comfortable with that person, knowing that that person is ready to step ahead and take the next step. So that's one, being comfortable with who you are. Uh, my next one would is being comfortable when nobody says they agree with you. uh I don't know if this is making sense to you just yet, but like when nobody agrees with you and you really are stuck to stand on your own with no help, with nobody there, and everything that you encounter you must handle. Plus everybody else still probably putting stuff on you. You still have to be that person that can deal with the the loneliness sometimes. If that makes sense, because on your journey, everybody's not gonna see the path. Everybody's not going to see the vision. Everybody's not going to see what they need to do and what needs to be done, but you know what the vision is and you see it. It's almost like God made you a prophet and nobody's going to believe what God has told you to do. But you got to take that and be like, you know what? I know this is here. God told me this. Whether you agree with me or not, this is the path that I must take. And if you're going where I'm going, then you must join along. But even if they don't, standing on your own. So those first two kind of the same, but they different. My next one is honestly dealing with how can I say this? I don't want to be too general. I need to be more specific. Um, but dealing with the lack of money issues. I know this is more of like financial, but like you have to find a way to deal with your financial situation and help because that helps your mental. If you're anything like me, handling my money makes me feel better. Like when I know my money is good, I am able to do all the things that I need to do. Any obstacles that come up, I handle them differently because I know that financially I'm stable enough to, do whatever I got to do. But when I'm not, I'm a different person and I tend to make mistakes or situations worse than what they need to be. And I have to learn these things about myself. So this one is understanding how to deal with the lack of finances, but knowing that is not the end. Um, I'm kind of all over the place, but I hope you hear me. Um, I think that that's a real big one for a lot of people. I sat down and I spoke with my brother on it, and he spoke to me about how he just does not feel proud of himself when things are not good because he tends to make the decisions that led him to the place that he didn't want to be, which was prison. So I think that's a common denominator in all of us. At some point, when things are not good financially, we decide to do things that don't make sense or that we think make sense at the time, but they have heavy consequence. So, um, number four. Ooh, Lord, man, you got me going. Um, is I don't even know if I have that many. I don't even think I got them yet. Um, are you taking notes? It look like you're right. Okay, all right, you put me on the okay. All right. Number four is figuring out what really matters to you. Um, um, for me, it's a lot of having family and breaking curses. This is almost like my internal motivators, but they're external. But they really drive me. They really make me move because these things really are at the center of my core of who I am and who I want to be as a person. So by me understanding that I want my family to have a better life or to feel differently than I feel or whatever the case is, it gives me that drive to kind of push past anything that comes up and everything comes up. Every obstacle that I could think of, man, when I swear I'm doing the best thing I can, something comes up and be like, no, no, you're not. So, but that motivation that I get from that core belief of my family and who I, what pushes me, what drives me, it kind of pushes me past it and it allows me to, get that little Super Saiyan strength like Goku do when he, got to turn up on me. Um, and shit, I don't know. I think I think I think four might be enough for me right now. I don't
All
know.
right,
I gotta go one
that's
more.
fine. No, that's
All
fair.
right, cool.
That's fair.
All
If
right,
you ain't got
appreciate you.
five, you ain't got five.
All right, thank you. Cause I don't got it off the top of my head right now, but I know it's there.
Nah, so the five I think, and I like
Okay.
what you said, especially one about finances, because I think everybody experiences issues with not knowing how to handle money. Because even I've had that
Mm-hmm.
experience of not knowing how to handle money, getting better with it over time. Before I was not a really big budgeter. Um, really didn't really truly understand how money worked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew
Mm-hmm.
how to make money, but it was to make money through like a physical sense, not um like using my intellect, my intellectual knowledge or
Mm-hmm.
whatever else, or my intellectual property in order to make money.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of hands labor, like really intensive labor
Yeah. Yep.
type thing where I'm spending hours doing laborious things in order to make money
Mm-hmm.
instead of seeing
That is a big one for me.
how I can make the most out of a little bit. If I do a lot of the work up front, I can have residual money over time, keep
Yes.
compounding. If I but
Mm-hmm.
that's all with strategy, and a lot of times we're not taught strategy within our community. And it's not the fact that it's we're not taught really like we're not sit down and really taught that. But however, you do have people do talking about strategy, but they never really break down what strategy truly is.
Mm-hmm.
Like it took me a minute to really truly understand strategy. And mind you, I love chess to death, and chess is a huge strategy thing. But and people like to use the analogy of chess, but it's really deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you truly understand like the long game of chess, yeah, you can say that. But
Mm-hmm.
I look at it like war, or even when it comes down to political campaigns or whatever, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's still a strategy type game,
Mm-hmm.
and they're playing things now for 4 to 5 years down the road. That's not
Mm-hmm.
that's like the moves being made even in the Congress are moves that's gonna affect us 10 years down the line. That they're gonna say, look, this what this person like. It's gonna be a lot of BS. It's just
Mm-hmm.
that's how strategy is not
Oh, that's a
where
major
you know what I'm
obstacle.
saying. Like strategy is not
Mm-hmm.
something that's just right now, right here. It's
Mm-hmm.
strategic. It's foresight. It's the vision to where you want to be, and then you implementing plans and to or activities to drive that towards that direction. And every
Mm-hmm.
little bit each day keeps driving towards that direction, but we don't strategize too well.
Mm-hmm.
We truly don't. We don't really sit down and look at our whole business through. We don't sit down and look at how we want our lives to be fully through. We don't really think about past 10 to 15 years. We think about tomorrow or next week, sometimes
Yep.
next month.
Shit, sometimes we still in the past.
True, we still trying to play catch up, but when you said about the finance, that's what struck in my mind was
Mm-hmm.
the whole thing about strategy. But now, the five that I have, and
Mm-hmm.
please chime in if you feel if you feel the need to.
All right.
The first one for me is confidence.
Mm.
I think a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people have issues with their confidence because they're always looking for a way out,
Mm-hmm.
the easy way
Ain't
out,
no heroes.
the very easy way out because of lack of trust in yourself.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
you don't
Yep.
really truly trust yourself. Maybe because you haven't held your word. Maybe because you have a pattern of saying one
Mm-hmm.
thing and doing the other. It happens. It's.
Facts.
I mean, it
That's
happens.
fact.
It's not a bad thing. It's just the fact that if you can be aware of it and then you can turn,
Mm-hmm.
it's a better chance that you be able to get your foot back, on the right path.
Yeah.
We all lose
I,
confidence here and there.
that's facts. You actually said something about I guess I don't know where I heard this from before, but I think it was another podcast. But as far as sitting back and just thinking about the plan,
Hmm.
strategizing for what you need to prepare for, I think that will remove a lot of the lack of confidence because you sat back and you actually thought about
Yep.
it first and you can figure out, okay, I see how these work, how this connects, how these make sense together. If I do this, that leads me to this phase, which I understand completely. This phase I may be lacking on, but you can see the whole plan because you're taking a second to understand it first. Like
True.
land navigation, you got to plot the points first, right?
Yeah, but see, the thing is though is that I think there's still a part that confidence will wind up playing into that, right?
Hmm.
You're right. By planning it, you can have you can reduce some of the doubt, a lot of the doubt.
True.
But the thing
Hmm.
is though, if you don't have a good knowledge base, like I told one of the soldiers the other day, I said, what is wisdom? He was like, it's foresight of knowledge. I was like, is it? He was like, it is. I said, no, it's not. I said, it's applied. It's
Mm.
applied knowledge. It's no good if you can anybody can foresight. Now I can tell you what's going to happen, but then I still go out there and do the same thing. Am I applying wisdom? No, I'm not
Mm.
applying wisdom. Wisdom is wisdom is an action.
Mm.
It's applied knowledge. It's an action. So if you think about it, if you're planning something far out in advance, yes, you're gonna release some doubt, but you're gonna run into some confidence issues over time when you get into a
Hmm.
place of unknown uncertainty because you haven't been there before.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
now once you've been there and dwelt there for a little bit, like you said earlier, endure,
Hmm.
then it becomes easier for you. But it comes easier for
Yeah.
you if you have faith. Like if you have your faith in God and you truly believe in Jesus, then if it you'll be fine.
Hmm.
You know, as long as you don't
Yeah.
think he's a genie. But that's the first one to me is confidence. The second one I think is another big one for most people, especially young men who may have never had their fathers in their house
Mm-hmm.
is seeking approval.
Mm.
Seeking approval
Yeah.
from other people. I always find that to be a hindrance for a lot of people, whether men, women, whoever, children, whoever, adults,
Mm-hmm.
because we always want to please the person that's in front of us.
Yep.
We have a natural ability to want to like gain because we have a herd mentality. We like to be around the group. We want to be in the
Mm-hmm.
group. So we would sometimes compromise ourselves in order to seek approval.
Yep. Yep.
And there might be
Yep.
something
The
against your
game for every other group.
against your morals and values, and you just doing it just to seek approval.
Mm-hmm.
You may not even want to do music, but because everybody around you doing music, you're like, well, I gotta do music too. But that's
Mm-hmm.
not your strong suit. It might be something totally different. You know.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. I mean, everybody sell drugs around you. Typically, you fall into that line, that light too.
I mean, who
But then
hasn't?
that's why they. I mean, for real. But like, that's why like sports was a big thing for a lot of kids because that was the alternative.
Yeah.
And then then there later became more alternatives. But yeah, absolutely, you're absolutely right.
You know, because it's your friend group, so I mean, it's different. Like, don't seek approval from the wrong person.
Mm,
If anything, seek approval from God.
mm,
I'm
mm.
just being honest. Like, this is lessons learned the hard way from me. So everything I'm telling y'all is stuff that I've been through. It's not nothing I'm making up to you. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, it's hard. It's really tough to deny yourself and to pretty much sacrifice your feelings to
Mm-hmm.
understand that God is sovereign, which means that He
Yep.
controls everything. You have no say in what happens. You have freedom of choice. Don't get it twisted, but you still have. He gave you those choices, those options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm like, hey, God is everything. I'm gonna be honest on God. That's why I put it on God because I already know you got
Yeah,
it. But yeah, yeah. Talk to you,
yeah. So
man.
the third one for me is lack of appreciation.
Mm,
You're gonna run into the
mm,
obstacle where you feel like people do not appreciate you for being you. They don't appreciate your kindness. They take you for granted.
mm-hmm,
That the hard work you're doing is being overlooked. It's people getting promoted. You're not getting promoted. It's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff that you're gonna start feeling because of you feel lack of appreciation. You know,
yep.
and that would trigger down to mess with your confidence. Um,
Oh yeah, it will.
but
Yeah, it will.
you gotta understand, like you once again, because that goes into seeking approval too. If you're thinking
Mm-hmm,
that you're not being appreciated because you're looking at the people above you not appreciating you, who may be
mm-hmm,
in a position of power above you, but you're not thinking about people that's below you or beside you or in front of you that you're helping, because those
mm-hmm.
people tell you that if they appreciate you or not.
Yeah.
And sometimes they may not say nothing right away. They may come back to you years later and say, "Hey, look, man,
Mm,
I really appreciate what you've done, this and that." But you gotta understand the purpose of why you're doing it. The purpose
mm-hmm.
supersedes the appreciation. Like,
That's real.
for
Sometimes they won't even say nothing. They'll just show with their actions though.
yeah,
They be like, "Hey, I got you. And I mean it. They there for you. Like you never. I mean, people show love in different ways, but once you
facts.
speak the language, you get it. And I'm telling you, that's real, man. And I love that you said that because that hit my military career. It was a lot of unappreciative, or however you say it.
Yeah,
I
you
felt
good.
unappreciated a lot,
Yeah,
but I had a lot of soldiers around me, a lot of people around me, even higher ups around me that just loved who I was and what I stood for.
absolutely.
And I rock with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. And then my fourth one I would say would be followership. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
say that because it's a two-way street. Be careful who you follow. Be careful who you follow, and be careful how you lead
Message.
people.
Facts. Come on, cause that go both
That's why I
ways.
say it's two-way street. Be
Yep.
careful who you
That's
follow. Be careful how
facts.
you lead people. Just being honest.
Ain't,
Um,
mm, I like that one. I like that one. I'm telling you, I sit back and watch first all the time. I got to. I got to see what I'm dealing with because you
mhm.
walk to the wrong room, you stuck.
Oh
No
yeah.
diddy. But
Yeah,
like you got to realize that like it is real talk. That's a funny one, but
yeah.
that's how life is. You take the wrong door, wrong option, you're fucked.
I mean,
So I
I
mean, there's
mean,
always forgiveness and ways, but
yeah. I mean, you're screwed, but don't get it twisted. Like, you're not screwed forever.
That's facts. That's facts. You could
You,
always make a
you might
change.
you might made a wrong turn and got lost and you made a mistake. It's cool. It's not the end of the world. As long as you understand that it's not the end of the world. But like I'm saying, with followership, be careful who you follow because you can be
Hmm.
going down the wrong path. Also,
Yep.
with that too, is that some followers want to be leaders and they trying to lead too early without truly
Hmm.
understanding what it means to be a follower.
Yep.
So
You gotta learn how to follow before you can lead.
correct. So the reason why I'm saying that is that's an issue people run into because we had this issue during the pandemic. And so the issue during the pandemic was all these PPP loans, these courses, these gurus
Hmm.
popping up out of nowhere, not being vetted, right? And
Hmm.
it ain't it's not a shot to earn your leisure or anybody like that because they did have some good guests, but they also had some guests
Hmm.
that was kind of questionable. Don't get it twisted.
Hmm.
We
Of
all
course.
nobody's perfect. And I don't expect them to be perfect either, you
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah.
a spade is a spade,
Hmm.
you know.
I would like to see
So
it.
I mean, call it like it was.
All right. All right then.
I mean, it's different now, and I love some of the stuff that they do. It's like I said, it's no shot to them. I rock with EYL. I like some of the things that they put out because they're starting the
Hmm.
conversation that's needed.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Financial literacy for
yeah,
us.
they're starting the conversation that this generation truly needs. And I wish I would have had that
Hmm.
conversation early on.
Man,
Um,
who you telling?
but like I said, during the pandemic, we had a lot of people who were coming out being gurus on Instagram, showing, oh, I can show you how to get a G wagon and
Hmm.
put it in any business credit and this and that. Like
Yeah.
everybody during the pandemic from the pandemic through now has been millionaires. You know what I mean? Millionaires have been on TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah. Everybody rich now,
Everybody's a
ain't
millionaire now. Where them same people at from 2019 or 2020? Where they at now?
it? I ain't seen a few of them.
I ain't seen a
Like a
lot. I
few
ain't
of
seen a lot of them.
them. Yeah.
I ain't gonna
I
name them.
believe that.
I ain't gonna name them because I'm not about trying to call people out on that note. I call you out for it,
Yeah.
but they know who they are, and I know they
But I
can't.
have seen some that's lasting, like Wall Street Trapper. I still
Yeah,
gotta shout him out, though.
no,
Bro
yeah,
going hard.
Wall Street legit. Wall Street
Yeah.
legit. He's legit. Because he's not playing. He's playing the stock game, which is a long game. You know. But
Yeah.
be careful who you
That's
follow
that.
because you can be just regurgitating information that you're hearing and not truly doing the research.
Yep.
You're not, and that messes with your confidence because when it's time to apply it, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You have no idea what to do. You know, and then
I
you get
mean,
yourself into a situation where you got to pay PPP loans back. Now you locked up for fraud.
yeah. I
So
mean, I don't get it, bro. Like, I see some. I feel like that big message you stated. Just think about it, man. Just think about it because when you look at all these people, and you got to give it time. But when you see all these people claiming that they did all these things, okay, great, you did it. But is it lasting? Is it working? What happened to you? Did you fall off? What's the real story behind all of this? And I don't think we give ourselves enough time to think about what really happened. Because when you actually let the time pass and then reevaluate it, you can see that, oh, that shit was illegal as hell.
yeah,
They were scamming. They
yeah,
stole from the government or whatever the case is. And I didn't want to do that. I was trying to get it so that I could be legitimately here, my family could gain, and they could keep gaining,
hmm
not have it for a moment and it all be taken away, and then I'm in a jail cell.
that's
Like,
it. That's because we, like I said before, we're strategizing. We're so worried about the quick flip.
mm-hmm,
We don't want to do business. And don't get twisted. Like I've been in that same situation where I thought something was a quick flip. Oh, we can just do this. We can just invest in this party. Da, da,
mm-hmm.
da, and we can get some money. Like fast money go away fast.
What? Phew, gone.
And don't get twisted. If you wind up losing money too, and you can't pay it back. Like I've been in a situation where I lost money. I can't pay it back. I couldn't pay it back
Mm-hmm.
as much as I wanted to.
That's a dangerous situation too, though.
As
Depending on
much
who you dealing with.
yeah, as much as I wanted to, I couldn't get the money to pay anybody back. I had no. I did
Mm-hmm.
was turned me into living out of my car for a while.
Yeah.
I had no,
See.
and I couldn't even put gas in my car, so I couldn't really go nowhere. It's like I was
Mm-hmm.
just sleeping in my car.
My nigga
Like,
bounce back strong.
you know what I'm saying? But things happen. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't lying about any situation. I was honest about it. Like I don't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
I lost the money. Oh, you couldn't lost money. The event was packed out. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, I could. I don't have nothing to show for it. Y'all show me where the money is so I can have some because I don't have nothing.
Cause you had to pay everybody else off. whatever y'all got.
Yeah, couldn't pay nothing. And then like some people get asked out. My homeboy had to pay him. You know what I'm saying? So like
Damn.
I had no money. I couldn't even finish my
Yeah.
last year of school. So like I've been in the situations where you fall on the wrong thing or you listen to the wrong
Hmm.
information and it can lead you down a path that sometimes where you can't even get out of.
Hmm.
You know,
That's facts.
so
Or
just
so it
be
seems.
yeah. It's just also it seems, but you just never know. You just make sure you can take in information, but don't act on it right away if you truly haven't vetted it out.
Yeah.
You know, just be careful who you follow and who you and how you lead. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Man, he ain't never lied.
And then
He
my
ain't never
last one,
lied.
the last one, as far as the obstacle, I would say was be communicating expectations or values.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know if I have to
Hmm.
say anymore, but
uh, no,
communicating
that's
expectations and values and our
mhm.
values are pretty much difficult for everyone to do, including myself.
Yeah. But it's crazy because I feel like communicating is the one thing that should be the easiest, but it's so hard. And I guess it's so hard for most people to just communicate, but it's harder for people to communicate when they don't know the message, when they don't understand what they want to truly say. Half of the time,
Yeah,
we don't even know where we want to go, what we want to do. We just like whatever the group want to do type of shit. But when you sit back and you think about it, what do I want to do? What do I want to be? What am I encountering? Like, what's gonna happen? I gotta vocalize it and be able to talk about it. I don't know, man. I got so many thoughts in my head about this. It's kind of making it harder for me to communicate this one now.
I
But
mean,
it's just being able to communicate that,
yeah, I
talking.
mean, the thing is though is that like is the reason why it's so difficult is because we want things to be perfect the way we want it to be, and so and then when somebody opposes what we're saying, we feel
Mm-hmm.
attacked or offended,
Mm,
like like they're trying to discredit our information.
mm-hmm.
And it's just that we're
Mm,
having a dialogue and a conversation about our opinions on something, right?
mm-hmm.
It's not definitive. Then there may be some
Mm-hmm.
truth behind things that I may say, maybe some truth behind things that
Mm-hmm.
you may say. But
Yep.
in the end of the day, it's up to you to act on whatever information that you take.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but when you're communicating the expectations, like I think about relationship, like it's times my wife is like, you know, I want to spend some more quality time, and then I turn around and ask, okay, can you define that? And then
Mm-hmm.
it's like no definition.
Mm,
And then you ask me for something that I can't give you because I don't understand how you want it.
mm. I see what you're saying. I
Because
see
if
what you're saying.
because if then I'm asking you for information, then now you try to tell me that you shouldn't have to tell me.
I was about to say,
But but I'm
when you
asking
go
you
relationship,
for the
yeah.
information so I can help solve the problem of what you're asking
Mm-hmm.
me to do because you're saying that I don't do enough of something that I think I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing or I believe I'm doing, but then that's not enough for you.
Mm.
So it's like help me help you so I can help you. But you're not
Whew.
helping me communicating exactly your values. Cause like for example, one of my values is respect. I don't tolerate disrespect. I just don't tolerate it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do good well with it. I
Yeah.
think my blood boils, and I just want to get rid of you.
Oh God.
And I really
God
feel like
damn.
that. And it's because like if everybody is built on respect,
Mm-hmm.
then the last thing you want to
That's
do
a
is disrespect
universal
somebody.
language.
Yeah, it's you ain't got to speak. Like I can go over to Japan or China right now and go over there and be courteous and be respectful, and I'll be fine. But as soon as I say something, do something out of pocket, they feel
Mm-hmm.
disrespected. I know something is wrong,
Yeah.
and maybe my life
Yeah.
is in jeopardy.
Maybe so.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the fact of
Yeah.
the matter is that not everybody deserves disrespect. People don't deserve disrespect to you. If they haven't done anything to harm you or to hurt you or to
Mm-hmm.
come foul. Why are you disrespecting them for?
Yeah. No, I
There's no
started off with
need.
respect. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
I
need
don't
to.
disrespect you unless you disrespect me.
And sometimes
Yeah.
I don't even disrespect you, even after you disrespect me. Sometimes I just be like,
Yeah.
all right, I know how I
Yeah.
handle you now.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna. But then sometimes I'm like, yo, I really want to stomp you out. Let me stomp you out real
Yeah.
quick, please.
So, let me
You
stomp
know,
you out real quick. Let me is crazy.
I mean, you asked. I mean, you asked for it, so
Yeah,
you obviously wanted to
yeah.
happen. You know what I mean?
No, I feel that. I feel that. I mean, I say I live my life the same way when it comes to respect, man. I don't play with that one. I need respect because I give respect. And honestly, even if I didn't get it, I probably still need it. I'm just saying, you're not gonna disrespect me. I was, but you
Yeah,
know, I feel that. I feel that. Damn, I had a whole nother point in my head based off of that, but I simply just lost that bit.
yeah. I just think those are the five that I have, and I think the reason why I made that the last one because that's the one that some people should lead off with.
Mm,
But then again, I thought about it and I was like, not everybody knows their values or their expectations because
hmm.
they're not
And
sure
that,
because they're not sure of themselves,
yeah.
and that's what's tripping us up from really truly becoming who we need to be.
You know, you calling it, man. A lot of people just again they don't know the messages that they want to portray. So even with the relationship thing with your wife and stating that she wants quality time, but not having a specific thing she wanted to do to have that quality time with you is more along the lines of I know I want to be around you, but I don't know either what to do either. I just want to connect and I want to feel it, but maybe I could throw it out there to you and maybe you could kind of fill in on it and see how it go. But that's still trying to communicate. And again, everybody kind of lost and trying to figure out where it works.
Okay,
We
and I give an example. So I'll give you another example. So you know how we
mhm,
as men we want to get our rocks off because we love our wives,
okay. Oh
and
God.
that's our way of feeling connected, right? Is it by actually
Hmm.
connecting? so
You do
so a lot
it.
of times most men are gonna be like, we're gonna be asking like, yo, you know,
Hmm.
you gonna hit the you gonna get ready and get fresh so we can.
Yeah.
And then they be
Get
like,
fresh.
nah,
Get right.
I'm tired, my back hurt, or I'm like, but then I'm being direct. I'm being direct on telling you what I need,
Yeah.
right? But then now when it comes down to flip it, and it's what you need, and I'm like, oh,
Mm.
I'm tired, or I don't feel like it. Now I'm a butthole, right?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
everything now I don't ever do nothing. I ain't saying my wife does this, but I'm just giving examples of
Yeah.
what I heard. Like now, hey, I know some people who have relationships that be wild, and this is one thing I
I'm
heard was
dying
like,
right now.
oh, dude be like, man, I don't feel like it, and she pop out be like, oh, why you acting like that? And I just
Yeah.
asked you to do something, asked you to do one simple thing, like I asked
Hmm.
you to do one simple thing too, but you won't do it.
You do. You do
You saying you tired? You gotta move. You can lay down.
it. Just lay
Like
down.
I'm doing all the work
Boy,
anyway.
you wild, boy.
I'm
You
doing all the work
wild,
anyway.
boy.
I'm doing the pump. I'm doing all the work.
I'm
What you
taking all this.
what you doing?
God damn.
What you got to be mad about? You like, but then you say you don't feel the connection. You don't feel the connection because I'm not connected either.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, that's real though. I don't think a lot of people consider that. It's a two-way
nah,
street.
it is. It's not. It can't be selfish. That's why I said the whole thing about lack of appreciation, these communicating values, all these things, because it's a transactional thing between us as humans. We
Hmm.
give and we take. We have to understand that if you take from one, you also got to give back to that same one you took from.
Uh,
You can't just take, and not expect to give them anything.
yeah.
Like,
But
I mean,
at the end of all of these, though, these are still just obstacles you still got to get through. So
yes, it is.
you still got, what's your main focus to keep going though, to try to get
But
to that person you envision at the end of it? Because all of these are obstacles. Every last one of them, your wife,
But the thing
it
crazy
shouldn't be
about
an
it though
obstacle.
is
Yeah.
that they're obstacles, but they're interpersonal obstacles.
There you go. Okay.
They're not external to where like these are something you have to fight with every day.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's not a one time or I've accomplished achievement unlocked. Yes, it never will
Yeah.
happen again. No, something's gonna trigger this shit again, and it's gonna happen again. When you may lose your
Hmm.
confidence, you may have financial issues. Like all types of stuff will happen again. It's not just a one time I beat it. Yes, on to the next level.
Hmm.
No, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different levels in each one of these levels. Like
That's
it's
facts,
like
bro. That's facts. It should just keep going up. But I won't lie, because of that fact, I told myself, and I think I was about 23 in Virginia. I was
mhm.
a staff sergeant at the time, and I was like, I was facing something. It was something crazy. I don't even know what it was, but it was just like I couldn't get a break, and I was just like, man, I cannot run from these situations, or I can't get away from them, or avoid them, evade them, however you want to look at it. I couldn't do that because I was like, what if I go? 'Cause I think it was dealing with a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just the nuances of being a new leader, supervisor, handling soldiers and their personal situations and managing work, and I was just failing a little bit. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I gotta learn how to handle them because if I never learn how to handle them, what if it comes up again? Am I just gonna run? Am I gonna quit? They're gonna fucking fire me. You get Article 15, you didn't do what you're supposed to do. Like I'm gonna be in the situation. So I said, you know what? I never will run from the situation. I will attack it head on and deal with the consequences. At the end of it, I'm gonna learn from it. I'm gonna do my best to keep researching while I'm in it and try to figure out the best way to handle it. But at some point, I just got to be tough enough to say, "Hey, I got this, and I'm gonna get through it, and I'm gonna learn from it."
You just hit
And I
something on
always
the
did.
head. You hit something on the head too that we didn't hit.
What?
Confrontation.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Just deal with this shit. Like
Oh
like
God, bro.
what's the worst gonna happen? Like the worst gonna happen, you gonna die. I mean, then what
We're gonna
happens
do
after
that
that?
anyway.
Your point is, and you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna die. Whether it be
Yeah.
today, tomorrow, whenever, you gonna die.
Mm-hmm. One day.
So what's stopping you from confronting the problem or the issue?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's your mouth.
Oh.
Maybe it's the way you handle things. Maybe it's
Mm-hmm.
your attitude. It could be a lot of things. Now, if you know that your attitude is an issue, okay, check yourself before you go in there and have an attitude.
Check yourself before you wreck it. Yeah,
Hey,
you know, on God.
hey, Ice Cube said it better than anybody I know.
Nah, but
Because
it's true though, bro.
because you
You're
could
right.
because you can go in there and then go left while everybody's going right, and then you just boom, everything explode, and you can lose your deals, whatever else. Because the higher you get up in your career, the more scrutiny
Mm-hmm.
that you'll wind up getting, and the more things that can affect your livelihood. Because
Mm-hmm.
even if you become famous, you become a millionaire, become a business owner that owns millions of dollars. That's giving things back to
That
the
comes with it.
community, doing a whole bunch of stuff. People are got eyes on you now, so now it's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different level of respect. It's a different level of that you'll be or standard that you be held to. All that good
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Like you can't just move the same way you did when you was 20, and then
Facts.
and now you a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, and you going around the world doing things for kids, philanthropy, all types of stuff, and then all of a sudden
Mm-hmm.
you doing some Jeffrey Epstein shit. Like,
Whew. Oh my
like
God.
you see what I'm saying? Like
Great. Huh?
the scrutiny is serious. You just face the issue head on. Like
Bro,
stop playing
oh my
around.
God. I would give PR hell if I had because I would be ready to face everything head on. Like I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna bring this up because I know this ain't necessarily relevant to the time frame, but
It may
as
be.
far as when Drake, not Drake, when Cole apologized, he apologized, rap or not, he was standing on his own. He confronted that when everybody told him no, don't do it. That's a fucking career ender. You don't want to do it. That man stood on all 10 and said, no, this is how I feel. Whether we like it or not, that's what he did. And he chose to do that by his omission, not anybody else's. Like I think I
And you
said
got
it. His
yeah,
admission.
yeah,
Huh?
and you got to think about why he did that though too, because if you're friends with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's friendly, not in this battle, when you diss them, this means disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
So once you go left, you can't go back right.
Hmm. Boy,
And
really
I
hard to
promise
do.
you, Cole probably like, yo, I respect this man too much to do this. I love our friendship. I don't want to hinder that. And so
Mm-hmm.
he chose to be smart and not listen to everybody. Like we talked about followership, seeking approval, confidence. He
Mm-hmm.
had confidence. He also communicated his morals, his values.
Mm-hmm.
Why, why
Mm-hmm.
would he why would he go against somebody that he truly loves and truly has respect for to be
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful?
For the
To get
public.
to get to the point to where their friendship, their relationship is diminished.
Mm-hmm.
All the
Mm-hmm.
years that they built up is diminished
You
because
gonna turn on your friends for
because
some promo?
yeah, because everybody wants to see a fight. So we're gonna it's like it's like back in the schoolyard. Everybody wants to see a fight.
Yes.
Like seriously, like
Yes.
yo, I don't have no problem with this man. Oh no,
Yeah.
but he said da da da. Okay, like we know each other. We talk
Yeah.
you talk translate all the time. Why is that a big deal?
Yep.
No man, I
Mm-hmm.
got to fight, man. Just somebody got to hit. Nah, man, hit this
I
man.
hated that shit. To my core, I hated that, bro. I swear to God. And I honestly I got caught up in it. because I hit a dude in the face and I shouldn't have. Because everybody, I don't know. I was a kid. I was doing the wrong shit, and I realized, bro, that shit was so wrong about who I am. And although it didn't hurt my feelings to do it,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fuck it, I hit another nigga. Like I'm ready, but my heart told me that that was not where I needed to be. Like that was not where I wanted to be because that wasn't a beef that me and that guy had. That was not a beef at all. Actually, we were good friends, and now that friendship is ended because of something I did, and that's a regret I could have. I really don't care, but
I
I'm
mean,
just
now you don't care because it's been so long. You like,
yeah,
but tell
yeah,
you, I mean, tell them what your trajectory could have been.
yeah. No, exactly. You never know, and that boy probably could have been something even better if that day hadn't happened. Like you never know how you affect people either. So that's why I lead with respect because you never know what you can get out of somebody when they are their true selves. When they become who they want to be, that type of stuff, the
Mm-hmm.
potential is unlimited, man.
Now look, by you saying that, this is a good segue because this takes us to the next episode, right?
Okay.
And this in the next episode, we're gonna talk about, hey guys, so next Sunday, it's a secret, but we're gonna just tell everybody.
Tell
but we're
the
gonna
world, fuck it.
talk about pretty much the traits that it takes to become.
Hmm.
You
Yep.
know, we dealing with some. We had to identify the obstacles, but we gotta talk about some of the traits to become. In order
Hmm.
to be the best version of ourselves, to be the most optimal version of ourselves, which is the same. I just said it in two different ways.
So we're gonna take the traits and the attributes of where we envision and how we can apply them now to ourselves and going forward.
Correct.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Definitely.
I can't wait.
Definitely, man. And I mean that's just what it is. You just we gotta just become better. It just takes one day at a time. It's not a sprint.
Hmm.
As in the
It's not.
words of Nipsey Hussle's a marathon.
Hey, think about this. Oh, that's I should have shut up.
No, go ahead. No, do your thing, man.
Damn,
Do your
that
thing.
was perfect, bro. My bad. That was
No, do
perfect.
you
I
nah,
feel bad
do
now.
your thing, dog. Do your thing.
But think about this. In a race that you're taking, and this is mainly for today's episode, but in a race that you're taking, along your way, there are brick walls. Why would you sprint? I'm just, I'm just saying. Why would you sprint?
You know why they'll sprint?
Huh?
You know why they won't sprint? Because they want to hear this.
Stop it.
That's why they want to sprint. Sometimes people just want to hear that. They just want to hear.
Stop it.
I'm saying, man, you rushing to run to a brick wall. I get it. You want to attack the obstacle with everything in you. But
Exactly.
man, sprinting ain't the best option for this course right now. Think about it first. Hey, yeah, man. My bad. I'm done.
Nah, hey, look, bro. Sometimes if you sprint like the Juggernaut, this is a different ball game.
On God, that's different. That's different. You finna take down a few walls, my boy. But shit,
We gonna call you Chris Jericho.
shit. Why? Hey, you made me want to go watch wrestling now. Damn.
Y2J now, but real talk, y'all. It was a
You know he still
pleasure.
wrestling?
It was a pleasure speaking to you all. But we want to leave y'all, like you said, think about that over the whole entire week.
Hmm.
Why am I running? Why am I sprinting to a brick wall? Why am I sprinting to a brick wall?
That's real, bro. That's real. Think about it.
I mean,
Oh,
it's cool though. But like I said, we'll see y'all next Sunday when we talk about the traits to become.
yes, sir.
Until
Let's
then,
get it.
peace and blessings, y'all. We love you. We out.
Boom, boom, boom. That AI.
I got y'all.